model data that came in just the last 2 or 3 hours haven't changed anything. 1 to 3 inches DC north. So essentially kind of think of it as north of I-66 and north of Route 50. Traced to an inch into southern Maryland. You're going to see flakes all the way to the northern neck. That's the good news if you like snow. And then, yes, west of the divide, 3 to 6 inches plus. Now, here's the thing. This is going to be ongoing snow. When our snow shuts off Friday afternoon or evening, this is going to shut off Saturday. So it's going to snow all Friday night and much of Saturday morning. That's why they're under a winter storm warning. The rest of us are under a winter weather advisory for the second time in a week. Okay, so here's a radar. This is actually snow aloft. It's evaporating before it reaches the ground, although we could see a couple flakes in the next couple of hours. Don't freak out. The main event is here. Now, we're going to watch this radar carefully. We're going to watch it for a couple of things. See little areas of blue? That's heavier bands of snow. We're also going to watch it for coverage and just see if this can organize a little better than the models think, or if it's organizing less than the models think. Also notice the rain already breaking out into Raleigh. What's going to happen, area low pressure is going to move in from the west and kind of die out in West Virginia, and then it's going to recenter off the Carolina coast. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, ooh, that sounds like a perfect storm. Well, it could be if it were to hug the coast and move up the coast and intensify. Problem is, it's going to jump pretty far. Some models have it in southern West Virginia. Some models have it in western North Carolina. And in 6 hours, they jump at 200 miles off the coast of North Carolina, which is too far for us to get a big storm. So the problem is, if you've lived here any length of time, we have to get our snow on the front end of the first storm before it transfers the energy too far out to the second storm. We'll see. Right now, it looks, again, like a solid 1 to 3 inches. I don't think we're going to, if we bust, I think we'll bust high instead of low. Excuse me, we'll bust low instead of high. So here's a close-in view of the radar. A couple flakes might be flying between here and Fredericksburg, but this is the main event, so such as it is. And the models have sped up the timing a little bit than they were yesterday, like about 2, maybe 3 hours quicker. So here's a radar. A little snow shower going through Baltimore right now and across the bay, not far from 97. But in the metro, it's still, nothing's reaching the ground yet. So here's the impactometer, okay? I had to bring this out. The breadometer, it's only like a 1 or a 2. Impactometer a little bigger. Although, because I think we had that storm earlier, I think it will actually end up being better. You know, everyone's better to deal with it once you have one behind you. So we'll say a 2 to 3. Maybe 1 to 2 hour delay. But I think with schools already closing now and everybody kind of on board with this, you may not have that much delay if you have to, in fact, go to work. Okay, weather watch alert, red tie, so you know something's happening. So we issue this for a number of reasons. It has to satisfy one of these criteria. Life-threatening weather, check. More of a nuisance, may have to change your plan, check, because it is kind of a nuisance snow. It's not a big storm. A dynamic situation, should check back with us frequently, also check. Now, again, I don't see too many changes with this. I don't think it's going to all of a sudden be close to the Carolina coast and all of a sudden be able to give us more moisture. But we'll watch it. At 11 o'clock tonight, we'll have a pretty good handle on it. I mean, if we change anything, it'll probably be at 11 o'clock tonight. After that, I think what it is, what it is. Models are pretty much in agreement. GFS 1 to 3 across the board, Euro 1 to 3 across the board, maybe a little area of 2 to 4 up near Frederick. And I think that's fair. I mean, you might see high-end 3 amounts north of I-70. GFS, we talk about the models a lot. That is Global Forecasting System. That is our model, American model. Euro is a Euro model. So we use these models, and then we decide what we think is going to happen. So twice a day in about 120 locations across the country, weather balloons are launched, and that radios their information back to the ground, and that's fed into the GFS and also other models. And along with surface observations and along with a lot of observations from airlines, from the pilots, that really helps us in terms of temperatures and turbulence. So all that's fed into the models, and then it spits out a forecast. Now, they have different equations, which is why the GFS model, American, is different than the NAM model, North American model, American, and is different from the Euro. But they're all running on supercomputers, and right now, our computer is the fastest in the world, over 1 trillion calculations per second. So here we'll break it down for you. And again, look at the snow. It's coming in, 4 o'clock in the morning. And that's going to be the heaviest snowfall, such as it is, between about 5 and about 8 in the morning. So the roads are going to be horrible in the morning. They will get better as we go through the day. I think I can safely say that. Frederick snowfall next 48 hours. NAM's pumped it up to over 3 inches. Everybody else, 1 to 3 inches, which is why I'm pretty happy with our, our forecast. Graph about 2 inches. The graph's our local model. Now, Leesburg. NAM a little more aggressive. At one time, the NAM had less than an inch this morning. Now it's up to 2.7. I think this is reasonable. I think it's going to be a general 1 to 3 inch snowfall. I don't see much that's going to change that. We'll watch for pressure drops. We'll watch for a change in track, but I don't see much that's going to really change that at all. So, 10 o'clock tonight, you can take a walk before bed, no worries. You might see a stray flake, don't freak out. A good time to maybe put a tarp over your windshield if you want to kind of save time in the morning. Upper 20s, around 30, not crazy cold. Not windy tonight. But look what happens. I mean, by 6 o'clock in the morning, all this just races eastward very, very quickly. And essentially, this is all moisture from the first storm. We don't really get much from the second coastal storm. It's just too far east. Temps in the upper 20s. By 9 o'clock, I mean, most of the activity is done in Culpeper and Luray and Front Royal. Maybe one little blast in the immediate metro area. And then we're left with essentially snow showers. So this is what I mean. Like, north of town, you might get a little extra snowfall with this last little area of light snow or snow showers. By 2:30, winds are now northwest. See the arrows? Northwest. And it's still producing some snow showers, even into southern Maryland. So the snow showers will be like summer showers, intense for maybe 15, 30 minutes. And they can lay down a half an inch of snow if they're heavy enough. Even 6 o'clock, we got this little streamer. See the streamer from Martinsburg, kind of right northwest to southeast, right through almost Manassas and Fairfax County. But I mentioned this earlier. Much like summertime storms, that streamer could be, the axis could be 270. So don't get too hung up on where the streamers are. Just be advised that we could see, some snow showers even after that initial burst in the morning rolls through, but it's going to be very localized. You see, the rest of us don't really have anything. Now, by 10:30, clouds beginning to clear to the south, and boom, there's your snow out west of the divide. You guys are going to get good snows for places like, Wisp for one in Garrett County, and also for Timberline in Davis, West Virginia. Even Whitetail and Round Top will do okay with this, but just, 1 to 3 inches. So let's kind of break it down. Heaviest snow will fall, unfortunately, during the morning commute. I think we're going to see more schools throw in the towel, so to speak, and we'll have a complete list tonight at 11. Throw a tarp over your windshield. I put this on social earlier today. It's pretty easy to do. You have to worry about wind tonight. It will become windy and breezy tomorrow afternoon, but if you want to keep most of the snow off of it, or you can use lawn bags if you want. Might want to anchor them with the windshield wipers. And then, as I mentioned, yes, we could have flurries or snow showers continuing into the evening commute, but this is the main problem, is the morning commute. That is the big problem, really is. So, here we go. So for tomorrow, again, across the board, a trace to 3 inches, light snow. Most of the snow falls 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to about 10 a.m. Bitterly cold Saturday. I mean, it's going to be some kind of cold at the Ravens game. Yeah, I'll show you that in a second. I mean, temps in the 20s and wind chills in the single digits. And then still cold Sunday, but we're back in the 30s with less wind. All right, we'll go through some models. North American model, this just updated around 4 o'clock. By Friday at 10 o'clock, notice it has the bulk of the snow down. 1.3 D.C., 2 in Hagerstown, 1.8 in Culpeper. Doesn't really add to that too much. Gets over 2 with maybe a snow shower. And there's your little heavier band, maybe high 3s north of I-70. It's just not going to change. It just doesn't have, well, once again, it has no upper air support. If this had upper air support and it phases, what we call phase with a jet stream, then we could have had a big nor'easter on Tuesday and a big nor'easter tomorrow. If you were around in 1980, I think it was 87. I think it was 86, 87. We had 3 successive storms in the DMV. Like the first one was 4 inches, second one was like 8 inches, and the third one was like 10 inches, all in the span of 10 days. That shut us down for a while. All right, 6 a.m. This is the GFS, a tenth of an inch. And then by 4 o'clock, yeah, it's pretty much over, 1.7 to 2 inches. And remember, these models, algorithms are written that every snowflake that falls sticks. That may not be the case. It's going to have to snow pretty hard because some areas will make it above freezing. And remember, the roads are treated also. 10 o'clock, okay, we ended up with about 2 inches across the board with the GFS, which sounds about right. Euro, 1.8 for us, downtown, maybe 2, near 3 inches near Frederick. And again, lion's share across the divide for Oakland and our friends in Davis for Timberline. Okay, so here are the wind chills for Saturday, 7 a.m. Feels like it's 3 in Gaithersburg, 10 in D.C. Noon, feels like it's 7 in Gaithersburg, 11 in D.C. 4:30, game time in Baltimore. Okay, feels like it's 11. These are the winds. The arrows are the northwest winds just honking. And then by 8 o'clock, so the game's just getting over. Feels like it's 8 in Baltimore, 8 in D.C., 4 in Gaithersburg, 5 in Manassas. That's some pretty cold air behind this storm on Friday. So, weather watch alert Friday, and then blustery on Saturday. Still cold on Sunday. We're back, though, in the mid-30s. Not much wind on Sunday. Sunday will actually feel pretty good. Don't forget your shades over the weekend. A lot of glare, a lot of glare. Nice on Monday, and then we turn the switch. This is going to be a January thaw. If you're a snow lover, this is our last chance, I think, for the month of January. Mid-40s on Tuesday, low 50s Wednesday, low 50s Thursday. Maybe some morning showers Wednesday, a much better chance of showers on Thursday. So, hope to see you tonight at 11. We'll have brand new data. May have to tweak the snowfall amounts a little bit, and we'll show you where it is on radar. Remember to download our app and also send us pictures safely. When you download our app, you just go to the lower right corner and press near me, and you can upload pictures. Hopefully you took some before pictures so you can take some after pictures when the snow falls. For now, I'm meteorologist Topper Shutt.